Hello, greetings. My name is Caleb Soliday, and today we are going to talk about what it means to be passionate and visually expressive in your own life and why it's important to be able to visualize your life. So, first of all, to be passionate or to have a passion in life, is probably the better way to phrase it, to have a passion in life is to have unification of the mind, body, and spirit, to be able to divide your core energy that gives you the strength to achieve the fulfillment and success. In order to discover your passion, though, it is important to be self-aware through self-reflection, which means you need to deeply look within yourself. So, a great example of this is when you say to somebody, close your eyes. Picture your happy place. Maybe the waves crashing in on the beach. Or it may be the snowy ice caps. Every person has their own happy place. It might be camping in the woods. You're within picturing your happy place, you're having a visualization of your life. And you're becoming more self-aware. That's why each person has their own different happy place, and not everybody's happy place is going to be the tropical beach, although that is the most commonly used one. Whereas on the flip side of this, if you are not self-aware and you are not visualizing your life, you won't not only not understand yourself, but you won't understand others very well either, which is where introspection comes in, which introspection means the examining of one's consciousness through thoughts and feelings. It is most helpful to those who are trying to be leaders that need to work better with teams, if you will, because if you are not self-aware, you have usually a hard time working with others. So today's lesson is about being able to be self-aware and visualize your own life. Now, being self-aware, most important, you need to be able to read yourself so you can understand others. The best way to become self-aware is to make a list of sorts, have a routine, if you will, of self-reflection, certain time of the day. Maybe it's at the end of the day or at the beginning of the day when you first get up, where you just reflect. You take time, you think about all the positives in your life, and you think about all the negatives in your life. And you think about how the positives need to outweigh the negatives if they don't, and you just appreciate life for what it is. You have a comfortable, quiet place without distractions, so you can obviously think clearly and self-reflect. You ask yourself specific questions of how can I improve, how can I get better. You be truthful with yourself, but in a kind and honest way. Don't neglect yourself and think negatively, because if you think negatively, then you're destroying the whole point of self-reflection, which kind of destroys the visualizing of your life. Be mindful. Don't let your mind sort of like wander off into the distance. Like, that's why you need a distraction-free environment. So, like, don't crack your window open and hear the birds chirping in the background if that's going to distract you, kind of thing. Or don't have the TV blaring in the background kind of thing, because you need the distraction-free, mindful environment, and you need to, this I would argue is the most important one, is to breathe calmly and slowly, because if you breathe too fast, you're going to be distracted, you're not going to be thinking as mindful, and you're not going to have the social intelligence, if you will. In this case, social intelligence is to understand the different selves and determine which self you may need for a certain situation. Now, that's a little confusing, so I'm going to explain that. So, there's different versions of you. For example, at work, you might be more responsible, more mature than when you're at home, where you're just laid back, relaxed, you're not as strict, you might not have as deep a tone of voice kind of thing. There's a different version of you, and there's a different version of you that you use for each and every situation. And most commonly, believe it or not, this tends to happen around the holidays, to where people call it like wearing a mask. Not literally, although Halloween people literally do wear masks, but that's not the point. It's not a literal mask. It's sort of disguise you put on when you're with your family. Like, think Thanksgiving dinner, Christmas dinner, different self than you are during the rest of the year when you're just with friends or you're by yourself. It's the mask that we all wear to hide something, because some reason everybody's afraid to show different selves. Nobody can always truly be their own self, which is why you need to be able to self-reflect, because it is important to not have to wear the social mask, if you will, and hide your true self. And all of your different selves sort of act as the driving fuel for your thoughts and emotions to help you find your passion, which is why it's important to have a passion in life. However, you must be aware that you can feel deeply passionate about something and not be good at it. Don't get upset by this. You might not have the skill or ability to do something, and you can still be deeply passionate about it. For example, deeply passionate about surfing. I like to go out in the ocean. It's fun. Not the best skilled surfer in the world. Not going to be competing in any contest anytime soon kind of thing. It's just for fun. It's important to be passionate and to visualize your life, because your life map should be full of choices that lead to the life you want to live. I'll say that again, because that is an important sentence in this lesson. Your life map should be full of the different lessons that lead you to the life you want to live. Whether it's the ability to set different goals through the visualization of your life, or it's the ability to plan the actions that will lead to the life you want to live. Because it is important that you provide the framework for understanding who you are and how you fit into the world you want to be a part of. There's people out there that do settle for the status quo because they believe the sort of, well, everything's going to go wrong, why do I even bother kind of attitude, which you do not want to have. You do not want to have that. You want to be passionate. You want to be able to visualize your life, and you want to allow a value analysis to highlight the most important values in your life. So, in summary, stay passionate. Make sure that you are living the life you want to live, and do not hide under a mask. It is important that you take off your metaphorical social mask in life and you are true to yourself. Thank you, and don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe.